So for this timer variable, we need to start on our on start. So whenever we are start the scripting, the timers also need to start the parallelly, so that we are going to on stop. Here we are just typing what the variable you created. So new timer one, type new timer one dot start. Okay. So after that, we write the same on the stop for the new timer stop. So what are the statement we write in the log? It will be going to execute for 1 second only. So this is our concept. Now we write in our cap. Okay. We just run the script. Parallelly open the message. So our statement is running on 1 second once. Okay. Now our statement is running on 1 second once. We can see output in our message. Or in the top left we have a small message icon. Okay. Okay, so this is what we have previously discussed in our last session. So now our next event is the on can tx and then on can rx. So that on can rx means nothing but what are the messages we have received by this tool we are able to see here. So the on can tx means what are the messages we have transmitted by this tool we are able to see there. Okay, so that is the concept of on can tx and then on can rx. Okay. So for this example, now you can start with that rx, on can rx. So on can rx means what are the messages received by this tool. So we are not generating anything, we are not generated by any tx values, this is not accessed by rx. So rx means we need to get it from the outside of this tool, which means outside of this tab. So the two ways we can do. One is the real-time order. So one more is that we are parallelly create one more tab. So already we discussed about transmitter and the receiver node, like the two tabs. So two TS master will act as one as a TS master, one as a receiver. So once we trigger means once we get seen by the receiver. Same concept we are going to execute here. So parallelly open the same tab. So you are working in 64 now. So this taskbar you just click this. Right click means it is asking for the TS master 64. In this taskbar, you just right click means it is asking. You just click that means it is asking for new tab. Okay, you just create a new project. So now second window also created.
Wait, we choose that.
Huh?
What is the option to get this?
Yes, in this taskbar you are having the CS master now. We open the door. Right click means it is showing the for me 86 for yours, 864 is showing. You just click that means in this bottom taskbar, you just click that means it is asking for open a new folder, which means new tab. You just click and open it.
So already this is 64. Shall I open again 64?
Yes, ma'am. So two tabs we need. Okay. So here you have to say I created two tabs. So the previous tab along with the capital scripting, the new tab you just created. Please ensure our hardware configuration. So first we are going to hardware configuration. So in the new tab, so already we have set up the hardware configuration for our previous tab. Yes. So right now we are going to new tab, hardware configurations. Go to hardware at the top. After analysis you have the hardware. Just select the channel selection. So it is asking for the channel. So the previous tab also you have taken the same virtual device. Please ensure the same virtual device is selected or not. And click OK. So now these two tabs are interconnected based on the virtual devices. Okay. So next you go to analysis tab. Next you go to analysis and then please upload your database. So in this database, new database, we show can database. So go to the new tab. This is our new opened tab. Okay. So it is our already existing tab we created. So in this tab we already mapped some hardware configurations and channel one of virtual device. So don't check with this one. Go to new tab. Okay. So in this tab we open the hardware configuration. In this folder, please select the channel selection of what we have previously selected in our existing tab. So we have previously selected the virtual device of 1 CAN channel 1. So okay. So next we go to analysis. Please upload your database in the second tab. Yes, in analysis, show CAN database. So please upload your database. So now we thought these two are interconnected by the help of virtual devices. Yes, most of virtual devices now interconnected these two tabs. So one is going to act as a one testing tool or one ECU. One more is going to act as a one testing tool or we can call as one another ECU. Okay. So go to this transmission window in the second tab. The second tab, you are going to transmit window. Open the CAN transmit. It is showing the transmit window. Right click. New message from DB. New message from DB. You have to add a TCU message. So ID number 20. Please add it. TCU message. Click OK. So now this message is added, you just click the value range for the vehicle speed. Click this message, it is showing the signal. So in this IG block, you change the value range for vehicle speed and set the maximum value of 455. And then change the direction as alternate. Apply and then close. Okay. Now you got it. So we are ready to transmit the ID number of 20 with the IG block of vehicle speed as a value range from 0 to 255 direction of alternate. Okay. So we just transmit this. We just transmit the message. Now application connected, the message is transmitted. Okay. So in this left side tab, our existing tab, please check with trace if it is received or not. Okay, please. So in this our new tab.
No, can be
uploaded. Okay, so after that go to transmit window. Transmit window, open the transmit, please add the ID number of 20. Right click, add a new message. Right click, new message from DB. So on that you have to select the last before, which is a TCU. Message name is a TCU, ID number 20. So please add on it. After that, please click the message. It is showing what are signals it is carrying. So select vehicle speed IG block as a value range. Go to vehicle speed and then value range. After value range, you say open the settings and then change the minimum to maximum values as a 0 to 250. Sorry, it is 255. So and then make the directions the alternate and then click apply. Afterwards you start the message. Now check on our trace window, the new trace window, which means the existing tab. Go to trace, CAN trace. Now it is receiving by new window. Okay. This is our actual concept of transmit by one node, receive by another node. Okay. So as of now you clear the
TCU or is transmitted?
yes sir.
That was a 0 or 20.
Yes, 0x20.
TCU.
TCU. TCU. Okay. Not receiving. This window not receiving. Just turn on the simulation and then open trace window. Not receiving.
So
Vehicles. Ma'am, you receive? No. You got it or not? Sir, you got it.
After that, up to this I got.
Okay, so you transmitted here, correct? So up to this you transmitted here. So parallelly open the existing window. I'd like to parallelly open the existing window, previous window, okay? Afterwards, start the analysis, which means start the simulation and open the trace window. So now it is the messages are receiving or not? Yes, okay. So you just minimize the new window, okay? So parallelly the messages are transmitting. As of our knowledge, so this we are going to work with the camel scripting now. Okay. Close the transmitting window just to maximize our camel scripting window. Okay. Okay. I just stop this simulation now. So whenever we start the simulation, we are able to receive the messages. Correct. Once you have to stop the message, stop the simulation, you are not able to receive any messages. Afterwards, you start means automatically the message will be received based on our virtual interconnection of one tab to another tab. Okay. So now our work is going to campus scripting. So in this, we are having the on-can RX. So already I mentioned this is a transmitter. Then you one meter is the transmitting. Like we can assume. So as we have to assume one is transmitting, now this window is receiving. Now we are checking with the trace window. Instead of that, we are going to check with the campus scripting. Okay. So go this on-can RX. Same concept on-can RX. Right click. It is asking for on-can RX can message or FD message. We are working with the classical can. So open the hard can message. First option. Okay. Once again I repeat. On-can RX. Right click. It is showing the two option, can message, FD message. We are working with can message. So please open that can RX. So after name, it is showing the ID, right? So you just drop on this, our database messages will be showed here, okay? It is showing our database messages. So this is nothing but if you want to receive only one message, which is in our database means you have to click what are the message we need to receive by campus scripting. Or else what are the messages received by this tool, everything. That is called as any messages and a particular message. If you give the any messages means what are the messages transmitted by external sources we are able to see here in the help of campus scripting. Not trace dimension, I just mentioned campus scripting. Or else particularly in focusing on TCU means you just select the TCU message one, which means ID number 20. Second last, you just scroll the last term, you are having the TCU ID number 0x20. You just select it. After selection, it is showing the 0x20 and the message name, correct? Okay, and then give apply. So now I am just focusing this scripting for only receiving the ID number of 20. So we are going to work with ID number of 20. Okay. So now you have to see in this message it is showing this right side box on a green colored thing is there. Okay. So nothing but so it is in this top. You just open the instant documents is done at the top. Instant documents. So on that you have to see the second point. You have such as A can F data of 019 is there. A can F data of 0 is there. 19. The second point. You just copy this. A can F data of 0, just copy and paste it here. A can F data of 0. You just copy from here and then paste here. Okay. So what is this line means? It is the F data means the DLC data field of our particular message. Now we are working with only ID number 20, right? So for this 20, we are having a different kind of DLC. But this 20 can I think 5 DLC, which means 5 byte. So the 0 means first bit. So I am just copying 5 times now. So I have to change this. So now this mentions again is a byte 1, byte 2, byte 3, byte 4. Okay. I don't want to mention as for this one. Just carrying on online for the explanation I mentioned for. 1, 2, 3. Okay, which means it is accessing first byte of SH20, it is accessing the second byte of SH20, accessing third byte of SH20, fourth byte of message number 20. So now we have it is the vehicle speed, it is the transmission gear ratio, it is the gear position, it is the clutch position, like that we have to take it. Okay. So now we just transfer only first byte of vehicle speed, correct, in our transmission set. So we are going to work with the ID certificate of 0. So now we want to see this means you just using the log of same concept double quotes. For example, I have like vehicle speed. So now you have to see, you just type anything in our coding, vehicle speed is, and then double quotes, comma. So A and F data means what is the byte value it is sending, we are able to print it here. Okay. So from byte value of F data of 0, it is going to print whenever it is using the message number of 20. So but we need to use here one format specifier to print the values. So we are using the percentage D. Okay. So I am using percentage D for decimal values. Okay. Percentage X means we have to get the hexadecimal values. Percentage O means get the octadecimal values. Okay. So now we are just working in percentage D. It is fine for us. So this is line mentioned like a can F data of 0. First byte value is going to ready to print on this. You just compile this source. You just click the compile this source. Afterwards go for start the script. Okay. Start the script. So after script started, open the messages. So here compile source. After compile you can start the script. Did you find any error? No. If you are not finding any error, just start the script. Open the messages parallelly. Now the vehicle speed is running. So how it is getting means it is getting from the another source of window, which means we transmitted by the IG block. Correct? So that value we now be received by the capital scripting. Okay?
This we have to open the current trace
current message. Current message window. So where we write the capital scripting, you just open the message window. So parallelly project. Okay. So now the scripting we write it for. So whenever you receive the ID number of 20, please accessing the byte value of 1. So on the quarter value is showing, please display to me. So that is the line we mentioned. Okay. So just you can take a little bit technically. So if the vehicle speed is greater than 100 and less than 150 means, please indicate me. Like that we need to mention. So you just stop the scripting here. Okay. Just to stop the scripting, please maximize your window. So in the second line I am using the if condition. Okay, if condition of. So this A can F data only going to give the value for us. So this F data of 0 is, you just copy and paste here. Greater than or equal to convert using the logical and the same thing less than or equal to 150. So you have write the condition as log vehicle speed is in the okay. So I just remove this first line. So why? Because we are getting confusing because it is continuously going to print on it. So instead of that we just remove this. We are just writing the condition. So this F data means vehicle speed. Vehicle speed is greater than or equal to 100, and the same thing, the vehicle speed is less than or equal to 150 means you have to mention as the vehicle speed is in the range of 100 to 150, and we just print the value. So using the percentage D, the first byte of value. Did you understand this line? Sir. Okay. So now one window is transmitting, so another window is going to receiving, but we are receiving by the capable scripting and we are checking some condition. Okay. So the condition is the vehicle speed range is 100 to 150. So whenever it is reaching the 100 to 150, please we can indicate this with the help of scripting indicator. Okay. So just to compile this source, please check if there any error is right or not. So after that, you just click the start button. So now application connected, going to this message window and just okay. Okay, so here the application code is running based on our timer pins. So in our timer I mentioned some log file, correct? So that is showing you. So here you have to say suddenly we are receiving some messages. So it is in the range of 100 to 150. Now it is not showing. I just stop this message, just stop the messages and scroll up. Okay. So up to this our timer event running, the parallel is reaching the value of 100. Okay. So our condition is we need to print 100 to 150. So that it is showing the value of 100. So up to you have to see. It is printed up to 150. So here the value entered to 150, so it is not printing.
Greater than 150.
Yes, that is a greater than 150. So if you are working with else word, so why I am not mentioning else means, so apart from this values it is showing the else word. So it is giving more log values. So it is getting confused. So that I mentioned only if condition. What are the condition we need to check on it, that condition only I mentioned. Okay. So okay, please check this line if it is received or not. Okay. Okay. So now we want to export this file or save this file means go to this export source file. You can just click this. It is asking for the file name. For example, I have to store in the downloads folder. RX_program. Okay, so it will be saved as a TS mini program file, which means .mpc. The .mpc stands for mini program of C. Okay, just to save this file. So now you want to import this. Again, you want to add this means. So probably I will open the new code editor, which means you can add the second code. Add C code editor is there now. Just to open it, it is showing like a empty code, which means in this onstart will not do anything is there. Just have the input option. This same side you can before save source you can the import source. Just click and then import what are the files you have. So which means I cannot open the RX program. Open means. So it is asking for what are the events you need to give. So you can select all the import files, which means on RX. So it is particularly you want to only start means also you have to select start around. Okay, we have to select off. Then click OK. Now this is the source code says downloaded for the other editor also. Okay. Yes, import. Okay. Yes. Go to this add syscode. So open. So it is like now empty script. You just take the import source file. The save source. Before that you have an icon is one folder file. Import source code. Just click and open where you have saved your codings. You just open our previous code RX program. Click and open it. So it is asking for what are the events you need to import here. So I just selected all the events. RX, timer, stop, everything. So after that click OK. So the code will be imported in the empty script. Okay. So you want to delete this script means in this top right here you are having an option which means after settings on start is there, after to X mark is there. You just click on hide means it will be closed, delete means delete entire source.
Without TX also we cannot.
So we are writing the code for can Rx, which means what are the messages receiving. Based on that, we are writing some condition with the help of byte values. Now our condition is that we are going to simulate some values. So the TX also, before going to simulation, I will explain TX. So the TX is nothing but, so what are the messages we have TX from this tool? That the message we are able to see here. For example, right click, add on TX. Go to TX, on can TX, right click, add on TX message. For example, the ID number. I have
In the same image, this one.
so same script, using the same script. So before we have worked with up to can Rx, we did some conditions here. So after the second one is the on can TX. Right click.
Stop the simulation.
Yes. Stop the simulation, stop the scripting. So here the major point is before editing we need to stop the script also, and before start the script we need to compile the source also. These two are major key points. Right click and add can TX. You have to select any one of the message. For example, we can take the EMS, last message. Take the last message EMS. Okay. So now apply. So now here we are able to see what are the values transmitted by the ID number 10. Okay. So for example, I am using the same log, double quotes. We have typed engine speed is the same one, A can F data of 0. So here the TX and RX, the common keyword is the A can F data. So the A can F data means the can message of the data, which means the can message you go predefined by the ID number 10 or 20 anything. So the F data means going to take the data field. So the data field you are going to access the first byte. Okay. Okay. So now we just compile this code. And then we have to start the scripting. So after start the script, go to these messages. It is showing only that vehicle speed.
You're not transmitting.
I just use. So parallelly, we have to transmit it with that new window. Okay. We have to go with the new window, open new window. Already we have transmitted the ID number 20. So I say, please add the one more messages, ID number 10.
Good.
EMS.
EMS.
So we just add the EMS, click OK. So set EMS vehicle speed, engine speed as a value range and change as a maximum as 12,000 and incremented as a step size as 100. Okay, changes the range. Minimum 0, maximum 12,000. So the step size you have incremented as a 100. That is 9. Okay. So apply and then close. You just transmit this message also. So once you transmitted the EMS message, now you see here. Here we are not receiving any engine speed. In our existing tab, we are not receiving any engine speed. So why? Because now the engine speed acts as a receiver message only. For this tab, it is act as a receiving message. But we are writing the code on TX message. You have to see
Because we can transmit.
transmit window. For because this window only it is having a transmit window. So now it is going to that another window. So another window is just a receiver.
Right now we are checking the transmit, right?
Yes.
So we are transmitting, not getting the result.
Okay, sir. Now we are transmitting. It is a new window. Already we have created window now for transmission. So now it is transmitting some messages. So whatever we have transmitted in the another window, it is able to receive only. Go to this trace here. It is showing the direction of forex.
You are doing, so I am checking the transmit only coding and writing. So
Oh, okay. So now it is showing the RX messages. So what are the messages we have transmitted by this window itself? Which means where we have the capital scripting. On this window, it is showing the TX message. That the message we are able to see here. So that you just stop it here, which means new window, you just stop the EMS message. Just stop the EMS only, not ECM, EMS alone. Okay? You just stop it and minimize the tab and go to this capital scripting tab. Open that transmit window. Open transmit window. From the capital scripting tab, open transmit window. So it is like a empty transmit. Here you just add the message of EMS. Add the message of EMS. Okay. So after add it, you have to change this engine speed as value range. And then change the maximum as 12,000. Step size is 100. It is a argument. Okay. So now we give apply. Close. Now we start the message. Now we starts the message. After starting, please parallelly check capital scripting is running or not. If it is not running, please turn on the script. Afterwards, go to messages. Okay. Here you have to say the engine speed value is showing. Got it? Now the engine speed received the capital scripting. So now we got the difference between the what is meant by on-can RX, what is meant by on-can PX. All of you receiving the engine speed messages. Just to check, unless this transmit window, open transmit window, the message is running or not. Please check the signal is also running or not. Okay. So now both are running means just to check capital scripting is running. Afterwards go to messages column. It is showing the on and TX of engine speed is running. Okay. Apart from this tool. So that TX means what we transmitted in this tool or in this system. Okay. So next topic is the variables. So go to these variables. In the left side tree you have an option as a variable, first variable. Okay. So just click this and then right click. It is asking for add variable and variable list. First we move with the add variable. Click this. It is showing what are the variable we require. We can give this, and then it is showing the different kind of data types. One as an integer, one more a double, one more string. So one more is a can message. So can message means nothing but we can create a temporary variable, but it acts as a can message. Okay. First we move with the integer. Okay. We don't want any can message here because we have a database. After that we want means we can take the type of raw message. We don't want to confuse with these variables. Okay. First we can move with the integer. So initial value will be 0. So if we record any unit means we can mention like kilometer per hour. So based on that, okay. So I just ignore this column and then click apply. So now new variables are created. So how we have to work with this variable? For example, as per our previous condition, we need to get the external values. We can store the temporary variable. After we are going to utilize the variable for some of our requirement purposes. So now I go to this on-can RX. Already we have written the code for on-can RX, right? If condition of something. So I just deleted this line. Okay. Instead, we are going to store the values in these variables. Okay. So here we have created our variable. I just typed it new variable. So what we have created the same name you need to give. It is a case sensitive new variable. If you this variable name. So this let's just say to the yes. Now the values we are going to assign here. Okay. New variable. So what you have created the variable name you just type it means it is showing like a blue color indication. So whenever we get the blue color indication we are writing the same variable name or else we will get this number. Okay. So after enter this you just using the dot button. Dot means it is giving a word combination of get and then set values. Get and then set values. Okay. I am using the set function. Okay. Please select the set function. Double click means it is showing the dot set, or you manually type it dot set. So open brackets and then close brackets and semicolon. So now we are going to assign some values for this variable 1. So for that I am using that just to drop down here. The same value, the a can get data of 0. So why I have copied this means it is having some hyphen and then the other symbols also. So that I am just copy paste. So a can be full of capital letter, hyphen and then arrow marks, right arrow, and FD as a capital, data as a small values. So that without confusion you directly type the copy paste it. Okay. Now you just read this line. So new variable we are going to set it. The value is we have received by the ID number of 20, byte number 1. Okay. So what are the values it is transiting is going to set it here. So now we are going to print this variable. It is working or not. Okay. So that this on and tx I just comment this line. We don't want to get any confusions. Okay. In the on can tx you just comment the line. Or else this message window is showing you engine speed also. We will get some confusion.
We go to the RX ones. The variable is not showing us new.
N is a capital, V is a capital. N E W, V is a capital, and the variable 1.
Variable
1. Yes, 1. Variable 1 dot set. In this open bracket close brackets, you have to give what are the values we need to set this page. Okay. So now we instead of a and m data, I have to mention 10 means it is continuously taken only 10. Okay. So now we are going to check the values. All the tables are already created on timers or not? On timers are already created now? Yes. So in this on timer, I am using already using log. So instead of that, okay. So if you are not created on timer means I will explain what is meant by timers. So the timers is going to work like a loop mode. So that loop timing we need to set it. So that go to this after the variable you have the timer option. Yes. In this left side tree, first one we created the variable. Second one you have the timer. So click and right click. It is asking for add timer. So just to give it. It is showing the new timer 1. So for new created people, showing new timer 1 for new 2. So that the interval timing we need to set it here. So it is showing the value from 0 to up to 1000. So this 1000 means the value is milliseconds. Okay. So bracket I mentioned interval as a milliseconds. So here you have to create the 1000. Manually enter or you can check the drop box also. So after enter the value 1000, you just click the apply. Okay. Apply and then now it is the variable created. So it is called as a timer variable. So the new timer one is the one timer variable. It is the time interval of 1000 milliseconds. Now we just call this variable on the on timer. You just scroll down. So before on start you have the option is the on timer. Okay.
This is also created.
Yes. We need to create and call the variable. So just click this on timer. Right click, you are having an add on timer. So this is the event, it is the timer event. So you just click this. So it is showing some name, default name. After it's in the second one, you are having the timer name. So what we have created the timer variable, we need to select it here. We just created only one timer variable, so automatically it's showing.
And
If you are creating the different kind of timers, one timer for 1000 milliseconds, one timer for 500 milliseconds, one for 10 milliseconds, based on that we have to select it. Now we just created only one timer, you just check this and then click apply. So after apply you are getting one sub item of new on timer, right? New on timer. Good. So in this here I am using one log function. Instead of that, now all of you changing this log value as a double quotes new variable value. So it is a coding line, printf line only. So based on that you have to give anything. It is not a case sensitive. So the variable value is, so I am using %d, d of. So here how we have to get this means you have to use the same variable name what we have created for that variables. So same thing, new variable 1. So we no need to mention just new variable 1 using dot get get. So in the previously Rx condition you are using dot set function something, what the values we need to record using that column. So in this get you are directly mentioned. So first you have to type new variable one using dot means it is showing the get and then set. You have to see the set means it is showing the constant value type, what is the value we need to mention the bracket. But in this void we don't need to mention anything, you just do using the function of open close, that is enough. Get function open close. So now this timer is ready to read the values here. Okay. Okay. So after creating this timer and entered some values, we need to start the timer also. So go to on start. No. Go to on start. So initially we were using the only one line app.connect. So now we have to start the timer with same variable we have write new timer 1, which means this variable name is already we have created in the timer variable. The top, this left side tree, top converts we have created a new timer 1. You just copy paste this name. Now just copy the name and then paste it on our start window. So after new timer 1 using dot, now it is asking start, stop, set interval, get interval values. Now we are going to start it because already we have setting some interval timers. So we know it using set interval using the start, using the same open close brackets. Okay. So this is the steps. For the timer condition we need to follow this 3. So first we need to create some timer variable with time interval also. Like 100 minutes. So these are the 3 simple steps to create the timer variable with time interval. Second, we need to merge the timer with the timer event. Afterwards, we need to start it on stop. So after start, whenever we complete this scripting, we need to stop the timer also. So go to on stop, same condition. Go to on stop, new timer, just using the start and using the keyword of stop. Okay. So in the scripting here, definitely we need to follow some basic rules like stop, turn on the simulation, turn off the simulation. After over, we need to everything turn off it. Or else the last flash value will be shown for the upcoming scripting also. So that before going to stop the scripting, we need to stop the entire thing like nodes activation, message activation, signal activation, everything we need to turn off it. Okay. So that we give more preference to on stop also. Okay. I just give the overview of this. So first we have to create one variable. So for getting some external values, we need to store on this variable. I have to create an integer. So next one, timer variable I have created for print the values or working operation for 1000 milliseconds once. Okay. So next on can Rx. We receive the first byte of values. The received values we have to store in the variables. Okay. So tx is now no need. I just commented this. So next on timer we just call the timer variable and what are the functions we need to do it here. We have to write in our coding session. Next on stop we just connect the application and start the timers. So on the on stop we just disconnect the application and then stop the timers. So just to check the compile source it is compiled or not. After compiling you just trigger the script which means stop the script. Please check all the double quotes are there, the colons are used, semicolons are used. The message is ensured with the value range and changing some values are not. So if it is transmitted automatically, we are able to receive here. Okay. So now I changing this message value as a trigger value as 1000 milliseconds. Okay. So 1000 milliseconds. Go to the previous tab. Just a transmitter is there. It is manual and periodic. So change the trigger value as 100 milliseconds once. Okay. And in this value range also you have to set step size as 1 and then hold time as 1000 milliseconds. So all of you have to set as 1000. So after this, now you have to see. So now the values will be decreased order like 50, 48, 48, 47. Go to that previous tab, where we have right there campus scripting. It is there, just little bit confused only, so don't get the confusion. The one tab is for campus scripting. Okay. So why I am changing this means this message will be going to trigger 1 second only. Okay, and I am changing the settings also. Increase the value one by one, but the time you can take for 1 second. So increase the next size, you have to take the value as 1 second, so that we are receiving the same order of like receiving panel, which means our campus scripting panel we are receiving by step by step. Previously we are receiving some random values, but it is not random values, it is based on timer event. But in the timer event we set as a 10 milliseconds, we are receiving the same values.
So actually I give you an answer to 10 milliseconds. I give a timer on 1000 milliseconds. So after every 10th value it will come.
Yes.
So it will calculate the same thing.
Yes. Okay. So now you which means understand the concept of timers, OnCan RX, OnCan TX. Some variables also we are able to store it. Okay. So up to now we have completed means now we have to move with that RBS. Okay.
Sir, my doubt is with
Yes.
some variable or something we are creating using.
Where capacity.
In campus. So we are calling that into the on RX.
Yes.
So instead of that, we can be calling the start and the stop and
Stop. If you call with start and stop, then it is execute only one time.
okay.
So the start function will be whenever we trigger the start button, at the time only it will be executed. So at the time, so we are not able to receive RX value on start button. So that is the one main point. We are not able to receive the ID number 20 in our start button. We are able to receive by RX event only. So that is the first point. Second point, if you are giving here, which means new timer one dot set some values you mentioned means that is like a flash values. In this bracket, here you mentioning A and F data. Instead of that, we are able to give the value of 10 or 20 anything. But the 20 only will be working for continuously. So we will get only flash values. It is not useful for us. We want the real time values. So what it is receiving, the same values we need to store on the variable, same timing. So afterwards only we will check whether some conditions. Okay. Okay. So the variable concept we know, and then timers we know, and then RX, TX, OnCan TX, on timers, on stop. Okay, these are the major concepts. We need to work on this more. This is enough for our work with any tool for capital scripting, like vector general anything means. We can just to focus on these 5 points: on stop, on timer, plus OnCan RX, OnCan TX. Okay. So we have created these variables now. So these variables will be seen in our internal variables also. It is not like a user variables. Just to go to this simulation, so please run the scripting, go to simulation, the system variable option is there now. Yesterday we covered this topic. So in this user variable it will not show, open the internal variables. So it is showing our code number 8361, which means our code editor. So after it is creating a new variable, the values will be changed here, okay? So whatever we have created in our scripting, it comes under the internal variables, it is not comes under user variable. So whenever we manually created the values in the user variable column, that is only called as a user variable. Okay?
Create user variable.
No, sir. In this internal variable, you have to see one more tab is there, internal variables. So you just check this, it is a code number, which means the scripting code number. So what are the variables we have created is showing. Okay.
We can use user variables in JavaScript.
Yes, that is also possible. So now I am just explaining what are the events, how we have opened it. So now the next task is getting the value from RBase, getting the value from system variable. For our easy understanding, we need to use the create the user variable. So afterwards, we need to store the same values on the user variables also. Okay. And only one RX, right? You have to create more RX like OnCan RX, right click, so stop the scripting, right click, add can RX, and you have to add more messages. For example, you have to add the EMS and then click apply. So here in this RX2 you have to write more different kind of codings and you have to create different variables and store the values and print on it. Okay. So now I just taken the only one messages, but we are able to add more messages also, more than one messages also in this capacity. Okay, so that is one advantage. So you have to check the different kind of messages, different kind of RX. You have transmit more messages from this window. So here it is transmitting some values. Now I'm just accessing only byte number of 1. So instead you have to give the values on the byte number 5. Here you have to give some.
Take all together like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, that is also possible. So different kind of byte values, you just access it is working or not. So you have to just write some conditions. If else, if the gear value is 1 means give the log of gear value is 1. Like that you have to print it. Okay. Second is based on our requirement. So here I just mentioned this on timer. Third one on RX. Fourth one on TX. And then we need to stop on it. Okay. So this start event is for trigger basic conditions. So this basic conditions means nothing but turn on the simulation, turn on the RTC, turn on mode, turn on message, turn on signal. So turning on, which means wake up conditions are comes under. We can mention as a wake up conditions. Wake up conditions comes under the start event. The same thing, sleep conditions for on stop. Okay, so this is the work of on stop and on stop. And this two will execute only one time. Okay, so that condition of on start and then off stop execute only one time whenever we have to trigger it. So what are the conditions mandatory for this two event? So wake up condition we have to give it an on stop and then sleep condition we have to give it an on stop. Okay, so this time event is for time interval of source code. So this timer we are giving some time interval range for our requirement. So that I have to mention as a source code. Okay. So this code we want to execute 10 milliseconds once. Instead of that we have to give some message. So this message we want to execute 10 milliseconds once, 100 milliseconds once as per the modified data. So 10 milliseconds once if the data modified, please trigger that also. That is the concept we mentioned as a source code. So this on and RX and then TX is for based on the conditions is used, which means so RX is for getting other source like a ECU we have to give it. So what are the other source of ECU transmitting values we are able to receive here with the help of on and RX even. So in this TX is getting data of insource, which means getting data of manual transmission. Manual transmission, which means manual transmission is only enabled on our tool only. We are not able to transmit the other ECU. So the other ECU transmitting some values, this comes under the RX value. So these are the conditions we will check by our events of RX, TX, this kind of thing. So one more is the variables and the timer variables. So in the timer we have to say as a time interval now. So the time interval we have to be based on variable numbers. For example, we have to say this is a new timer means instead of timer 1000 we have to take this. Which means so this timer is carrying 1000 milliseconds. For our understanding, variable name is our user defined thing. Okay. So here I just change the new timer. Okay. So next this on can Rx event is for receiving different kind of message values. So that we are in the different kind of subsystems. So subsystem we have to add as per our requirement. Suppose we don't want any subsystem, which means don't want different kind of messages. I would like to receive all the messages first byte means I just take you on can Rx right click Rx. It is asking the first message say any messages. You just click this and then click apply means there is no on can Rx. So if you are accessing the log of double quotes first byte. So now this line mentioned if you are receiving the 10 messages means 10 message first byte value it will be receiving. So at the time we will not able to identify which message value it is. So that we have to prefer which message we want, ID number 20 or ID number 10. So any ID means now this transmission window transmit two messages. I just use this and I just run this script also. So now the first byte value is changing based on two messages values. For example, so TC also transmitting some message first byte values, EM is also transmitting some first message byte values. So that we are not able to identify which message values it is printing. So that we are preferring different kind of RX systems. So it is a ID number of 20, it is ID number of 10. So we are accessing different kind of ID.
So any items
In here.
message ID.
It is not showing, it is just showing the RX3. So RX3 means nothing but, so we have created a sub-items.
Okay.
So what are the variables we have? So instead we have to give any message means here it is showing the on can RX of any
What is
message.
70 value showing there?
Yes sir.
Just after the RX3.
It is the counters only.
Counters only.
So next. Okay, I will check this. Okay, I will complete this. So we are using the different kind of RX subsystem for getting the different kind of message values like 10, 20. So whatever we require. So if you are using any ID means you will get all the messages receiving first byte of values. Okay. So next one TX concept. This TX also same thing. So whatever we got transmitted, we have to check in the condition. So can pre-TX is there. Pre-TX means nothing but we are able to modify the byte values. So whatever we got to transmit. So that we need a help of RBS. So now we have taken the concept of RBS and explain pre-TX. So here we have to directly modify the values by transmit window by the help of signal generator, which means non-value and these kind of things, changing the signal values, which means byte values. So instead of that, in this RBS we don't have any options. It is only normal signal and then RC signal. So RC means it is automatically changing the limits based on it. But we want to modify the data as per our requirement. So that we are using the CAN pre-TX. So we need to send RBS message. At the time we have to modify this data also. Okay. Same for linear and then Ethernet also there. So next to on timer. So we just calling the timer variable based on that time milliseconds, which means 10 milliseconds, 1000 milliseconds. We have to do some operations here. So on start is for connecting, which means wake up conditions. On stop is for sleep conditions. Okay. So this is the basic concept to understand that capital scripting. This 5 is a major concept. Okay. Okay. We just check this afterwards. In the afternoon we will discuss for communication. Okay. Good afternoon to all. So, as of now, we have understood the concept of event-based scripting of the capital. So, first event is on start. Afterwards, we will do timers, on can RX, and then TX, and then finally stop event. So, 5 types of events we just completed, which means the work of the events we understood. So next one is we are going to work with rest bus simulation. Please. Okay. So the the capital scripting is majorly focusing on REST-based simulation only. So because this REST-based simulation, we are having a channel and then uploading of networks. So that is network having that. Opening the simulation of RBS. So it is a RBS simulation. So we are having the channel and then the channel having the networks. The networks having a different kind of ECU mapping. So this CAN RBS is fully focusing on the skill set of SIL, software in the loop simulation. So which means it does not require any hardware for simulate any values and it does not require any real-time values. So based on the requirement, we will just simulate it and we can check it. It is proper or not, it is working as per the requirement or not. So that is called as a REST-based simulation. Without hardware, without ECUs, without sensors or any inputs or outputs, we will simulate it and check it the requirements.
What are the those? You say that right? I don't understand.
No, all of them is coming. You just upload it means.
Which one?
So as usual. Yes.
The candy is.
Once again, you just go to analysis. You just check your database is uploaded or not.
Yes.
Once it is uploaded means the automatically it comes to RBS also. Okay. So go to simulation column.
You say that.
Yes. You go to simulation. It is showing on CAN RBS is there. CAN RBS. So now it is showing like a just a single channel. Here on Dropbox is there. Or plus symbol. Left side on this. You just click this means it is showing the network. Again you click this means you will get the ECUs and what are your mapped. For example, I open a TCM means it is having the TCM message. The message is having the signals. So what are we have created in the data? So
First you have to add that can.
the database in our analysis. So analysis database show CAN database we have to upload. Okay. So this REST-based simulation having that going to simulate the values, which means the signal value. For example, vehicle speed is 100 means we need to manually enter the value as 100. Okay. So now it is working or not means we need to check with the first we need to check the simulation is correct or not. This is the first step for RBS. We need to connect the simulation. After connecting the simulation, we need to turn on the REST-based simulation. This RBS column, the top left, you are having that RBS start is there. REST-based simulation. After activating the simulation, you need to activate the database, which means CAN DBC. You are having the active and deactive checkbox is there. You need to active CAN DBC. Afterwards, you need to activate the node. So TCU node. Afterwards, you need to activate the TCU message. Okay, so once you activate the message means it is mapped with signals, means the signals also getting the activation. Now parallelly open the trace window. Parallelly open the trace window. It is showing a vehicle number 6 means vehicle speed as 1 as 0, which means the previous windows are please close it and you didn't close the previous windows so that they So in this we don't need any different kind of tabs. We are just going to work with only one tab so that we need to simulate the value here or else we have to work with capital scripting. Okay. Once you activate the ABC and then activate the node message and then you have to give the vehicle speed. For example, 100 km means you check the trace window, open trace. So now it is showing only one message, the vehicle speed is 100. Not.
Yeah.
Yes.
We use 0 to 100.
0 to 2 messages. Please check the transmission levels. Please close before the answer.
Please. So, transmission you can run by changing this one.
Yes, only the Okay, shall I continue this? So now, with the help of RBS, we are flashing some values. We have to see the output here. Please check all the transmit windows are turned off, and please check if your previous open windows are closed or not. Okay, I closed all the windows. I just created a new one. It is the R base. So in this R base, we just able to give the manual values. Instead of that, we are giving like a RC signal, rolling counter. Right click on the vehicle speed. It is giving to setting to RC, which means setting to rolling counter. You just give this. Now the values are rolling, which means automatically increase and then decrease it. Okay? You have to see here, or else parallel open the trace window. Here also you have to see vehicle speed is changing. But this vehicle speed will not change as per our condition. It is taking the rolling counter values of limit from 0 to maximum. But it is not changing the values as per our requirement. It is not like a step one by one or holding values. These are not defined. So that we are going to work with capital splitting. So that we are going to do the capital splitting of timer event. So the timer event will only going to modify the values as per our requirement. So for the value range concept, this means the value will be increased to one step size of 1, 2, 3. So it is taking the time of 10 milliseconds, 100 milliseconds to hold the values.
How to give rolling counter?
So in this RC, which means RBS, just click any one of the signal. For example, we can click the RC vehicle speed. So on the right click, it is asking for set RC. So you just give this means automatically it is handling. Okay. Suppose your node is not activated means, for example, I deactivated the node, the message will not transmit here. Okay. So this is called as our wake up condition. So I mentioned that previously. In the start, we are giving a wake up condition. So here we have 5 wake up conditions. One is a simulation turn on. Second one is a RBS turn on. Third one is a DBC turn on. Fourth one is a node turn on. Fifth one is a message turn on. So these 5 wake up conditions, we have to use true. After only we are able to work with this kind of the signal values. Or else the values will be changed, but it will not reflect on that trace window. Okay.
Simulation, RBS.
First simulation, second RBS, third one active network. So network means nothing but a database. Active network. So instead you have to show as a database. So fourth one active node. Fifth one active message. So the same condition we need to deactivate the stop on stop. So after completing this our coding or work condition we checked, we have to stop, which means turn off the node, and then which means turn off message, node, network. You just reverse it. Okay. Why I am saying that we need to turn off means, so if I just turned off this node, but the value is finally found on 168 here. Okay. So now whenever we are working in this, it is showing like 168 only. So initial value it will not take as a 0. So that I mentioned to deactivate all things means whenever we have turned on, it is automatically getting the value of 0. Initial value is 0. Okay. So this is the concept of RBS we understood. And the one more thing is now we can set this as a normal signal. Please set this. This is a normal. Right click. So you have options set to normal signal. Okay. So now we set this as a normal signal. So one more input method is called as our panel. Go to simulation. Go to simulation. Same this RBS is there. Before that we are having an option as a panel. Environment session. Yes. So if you want to work with panel, please you need to turn off the simulation. Okay. Please turn off the simulation. So once you turn off means automatically RBS also will get to turn off. Okay. Go to simulation panel. Right click add panel. Okay. So here just recollect this. In this toolbox we are having that 2 kinds of options. One is a read and write control methods, and one more is a view only control method. The system is nothing but the button is used for start the simulation. Stop and start the simulations. Okay. So the other major concept is a read and write controls and then view only controls. So what is that panel and RBS means? Whatever things you have added in the panel, definitely we need the help of RBS. Okay. So the panel and RBS is the one interconnected thing. So if your panel want to work on it means we need definitely help of RBS. Whenever you turn on the simulation of RBS, at the time only the panel will be work, or else will not work. For example, I am using the LED. Double click means the LED will be enabled here. Okay. So again double click means the double click on this LED. So place on the cursor here, double click it. It is asking for what kind of signal you need to connect it. Okay.
So after opening this
Yes, open the panel.
add panel.
Yes, add panel, and then you maximize the window like this, and then please scroll down for up to view only.
Toolbox.
So this view only option is there. So you have the LED option, LED. Yeah, you just double click this means you will get the LED. Okay. After LED, you just double click this. It is asking for what kind of signal you need to connect. You are working for CAN signal. CAN select means it is asking for database address. So you just in this filter window, you type for LED, I have to mention as a log. Okay. Just a type log. It is showing you only log signal. For example, first row log is there. I select this. You are getting the simple address as a CAN ABC, but in this node column is showing only X1. So it is a wrong mapping because we need to mention the node also. So that please select from the node. So in this RKA node, you have the transmit message, TX message is log. Now your address will be changed as a 0 means first channel of network of CAN ABC. Taken from the RKA node, RKA message, the signal means the log. So give OK. Okay. So now we are getting some basic properties. Color, which means turn on means it is a green color lamp, turn off means black color lamp, like that. So just to scroll down this properties means it is asking for value on and then value off like this. So whenever this LED control turn on means the value will be 1. Okay. So now it is mapped. We just start the simulation here. In this analysis, start the simulation. So now you go to transmit window. Go to transmit window and right click add RKA message here. Once again I repeat, connect the analysis tab of the simulation. After connected, go to transmit window. In this transmit window, add our RKA message. RKA message. Okay. So now you just select the value as transmit the message and give the value as a 1. Give the value as a 1. So please see here, don't be using any random tablet, just I have to give them manual values as a 1. Okay.
Node we have added message.
Anything. Because transmit is directly taken from node only. If you are taking message, it is also taken from message.
This is before processing. This value is also 1.
Yes, physical value you have to change as a 1. So now as per our condition, the message is transmitting. The value 1 means in the trace window, it is showing the value is 1. But in the panel also we need to turn on, but we are not getting turn on, right? So here you parallelly open the RBS, we are not turn on the RBS simulation, right? Oh, I open that 3 windows here. So one is transmit window, one is a panel, one is a RBS. So we transmitted one message, ID number 120, the value is 1. In the trace we got the same, but we are not getting by the panel. So the panel is simply connected with RBS, you just turn on the simulation. You just turn on the RBS simulation. In this here is the RBS simulation. So once you on means automatically the LED will be turned on. You don't have to activate anything. Got it, sir? So parallelly you just reduce the value, which means log value is 0 means it will be turned off here. In this transmission window, I change the value is 0 means it is the log will be turned off, and then again I change the value 1 means it will be turned on. So why I am explaining this means, so if you whatever you have connected in the panel, you need to take the help of RBS simulation. So that is what I mentioned here. So if you are working with view only or read and write any controls you are in the panel, we need the help of RBS. Okay? Got it? Okay. I just delete this message now. Okay.
So you will toggle it, finish it.
Yes, you are able to give toggle also. It means it will be blinking. So now it is blinking 0 1 0 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So as of
Change right, slowly increasing right. Kind of thing you have also.
what's up?
If you are giving value range from slowly right.
It's
Brightness.
no, brightness we are not using. It's just a value on and off. It is like the indication of warning lamps. Seat belt will be enabled or disabled, or LED indication enabled or disabled. So I just turn off this message and delete the message also. So for our understanding purpose, I mentioned this. I delete this, transmit into messages. Okay, now it is an empty. Because our entire work is on RBS only, based on RBS only, we don't want any transmit into analysis part, we don't want. Sir?
You got it up, but even after deletion also, you are not getting anything.
No. In RBS, so in this RBS, we just turn on the simulation only, that is enough. We don't want to turn on this DBC, this kind of things. No. Okay. For panel communication, you just turn on simulation, that is enough. So whenever you are working with CAPL, at that time we need to activate the remaining things like CAN network, after scan mode, these kind of things we can have. Okay. So I just delete this one also. Okay. So now this RBS, we are having the different kind of inputs. So one is a manual input, one more is a revenue counter, another is a panel information. Yes. Okay. So using these values, now we are going to set some values, get some values in our campus scripting. So just close this RBS and open the CMD script. Open our scripting. So open our scripting. So go to that is functions. So initially you are working in a symbols column. In the top left you are having the three functions. Symbols, functions, and then properties there. Please select the functions. Please select functions and then move forward to COM. So this app COM test means app is taken as the application, COM is defined as a communication, test means going for test functions. So whenever we are writing a test cases, at the time we can use the help of test for test pass, test failure, this kind of thing. So now we are fully focusing on communication. Please drop down the communication now. Okay. So in this we are having that add cyclic message, can add cyclic message, can update this kind of thing, which means we are able to use these functions to transmit some messages as per our requirement. So I will directly go with the get some values, which means it is asking for can RBS get signal value by address is there. We just see here. Please search can RBS get signal value by address, or else in the search item just type get RBS underscore get. You just type in the filter mode RBS underscore get. RBS. So shall I write it also? Okay, so RBS underscore get means you will get a different kind of functions for get signal value by address by element, flux array, and then limit is there. So now we are working with only can. So it is giving two functions for can and flux array limit. So what's the difference between address and the element? First we have to work with address. Okay. So just click this address in this right side column you will get the API documents, application documents. You just click the can value address, you will get the application documents and with one examples also. Got it? So my index is showing very less size for you to properly. Okay. So it is explained what's the function, what's the use of function, they mentioned in the description. So using this function you will get the signal real time value from CAN RBS. Okay, so using this one. So please understood all the functions having some descriptions. I am not going to cover all the 500 functions. I mentioned to cover all the communication functions. Apart from that, we are having more functions. So that you just read the description and I will explain how to access this example and then modify it. Based on that, you have to modify remaining functions also. Okay. So for this, you just copy this all the examples, which means A can is there, or else control A, C. Copy and go to the symbols. Now go to the symbols. Okay. Now we are in functions now. Go to back symbols. In this you have to create one on stop. You have to create one on stop. Okay. Right click, stop, apply. Okay. So in this on stop you just pasted here what you have copied. Okay. So now you have to see these two other command lines. I just remove this. So parallel open the function means you will get the AP document of that. Okay. So here they mentioned first one as a simple address. You read these parameters. So they are giving some values like they are giving 5 lines. I just take as a 1 line only. So it is a single line code only. They are giving the different lines. You can just take this as a single line code. Okay. Okay. They are giving nearly 3 to 4 lines. You directly take as a single line.
AP documents.
It's not showing us.
No, start is not.
Now started means it will not show. So before we start the scripting, we will see this. Or else nothing but you just go to filter, RBS get and select the value address means you will get the AP documents. Or else right click here, it is asking for show function filter. So open the show function means that is also this AP documents now. Okay. So here I will explain what is the parameter. They are using the character pointers. So character pointers means nothing but we need to give all the character values only. They mention it is a symbol address. So the first line, these are all called as a symbol address. They told to symbol address can be copied in a database item with a double click on static. So we need this database address, which means now we are going to it is the get signal means we are going to get the signal value of vehicle speed. So we need a vehicle speed address. So that I am going to simulation of RBS. Okay. Go to RBS and open the TCU and then open the TCU message. So vehicle speed signal is there now. Just click and right click. We have time option as a copy database address. Right? Copy database address. You just copy it and paste it on this place. So in this double quotes, you remove that previous values. Just paste what we have copied. Okay. So in this double quotes. So previously they mentioned some gear value something now. So instead of that you erase everything, you just give the double quotes whatever you have copied. Okay. So this address is nothing but our mapping values. So 0 means we uploaded our database on first channel. So it is taken as the index values. So first channel of CAN DBC of TCU node, from TCU message we have taken the vehicle speed. So this function is going to directly access the RBS of this address. Okay. Okay, and then now they are using the double. Double means that is a data type of what are the variables you need to store on it. We are using the double D, so the values will be stored on double D. So whenever we are working with get signal, definitely we need to use a log value for our confirmation. So next time manually we have to type it log the RBS speed value is percentage F comma D. So afterwards only we are able to know what is the value it is having. Okay. Okay. So now
Float.
sir, F is float. For double means also we can take as a float. Okay. Okay. So now we are using this function. We are getting the R base signal value of vehicle speed. So just to compile this source. So after compile, don't start the scripting. Okay. Go to RBS. Scan RBS. Please turn on our main simulation. Okay.
Scanner.
Yes, can RBS also and then main simulation also. Both are connected means next please check our database is active or not. If it is not active, please activate. Okay. And active the node also. Active the message. After it's give the vehicle speed as a 120. You have to manually enter the data frame vehicle speed as a 120. Okay. So after enter this, you just start the script. Okay. Going to our scripting. You close the RBS and then start the script. Now you go to open the messages. This message last line, before last line it is showing the RBS speed is 120. It's showing now. For you all got it? No. This. Okay. Okay, so I will let you know. So now we are receiving that 120. It means this system message statement is for our confirmation we received or not. So that is what I have to give the log. But this log is not mandatory. Okay. But we are getting the RBS value. The same thing we stop the script now. Okay. Once again go to RBS and you just turn off the node value. Okay. Turn off the node and then make value as 100. Okay. RBS just turn off the TC node on, that is enough. Turn off the node and then change the value as 100. Yes. So afterwards run the script now. So change the value and turn off the node and run the scripting here. Oh, sorry. Message. Because it is the last flash values. Okay. So now because it is like a printf statement. So I will give the difference between that. So now we just receiving all the values as per our log. Okay. But now we are working with real-time data, which means the real time of we have stored some variables means at the time we will not get it. So that we are going to work with some different kind of variables. Okay. It is a printf statement. That is what I mentioned. If you are not turn off the any node means it is showing the last final value. The flash value will be showing again and again. So that is what I mentioned. So the last value mentioned as the 100, so it is showing as a 100. Okay.
So database also you have to answer.
Answer?
Database.
No. If you have deselect anything means also it is showing 100 only because the finally it is flashing 100 only.
Okay.
Okay. So but our condition is we want to get the real time values. Whenever we are getting this 0, that the 0 will be we need to get it. So if you are working in different kind of variables, the same content will be stored. After you turn off the message means also it is showing a 100. So that whenever we have to deselect the RBS or deselect the DPC, we will getting the 0. For example, deselect and then again I select this, automatically the value will be 0 here. Okay. So you just deselect the simulation. So this initially the value I have to enter as 100 now, but it is not showing in our trace window. You have to see. It is not showing in our trace window. Correct? So once again, you turn on the RBS, again you turn on means automatically the data will get into 0. So this is what I mentioned in our sleep conditions. So whenever we did some work, afterwards you will turn off all the nodes and then RBS means you you will get the value as a 0. Afterwards you have to work it means you can start with the initial values. Okay. So now we are getting we stop the script and then go to RBase, we stop the script and then go to RBase. So instead of this we have to take the timers. Okay. Go to timers, right click, add on timer variable, stop the script, and then go to timer variable, add timer. You have to work with 10 milliseconds once because all the message we have transmitted to the 10 milliseconds once. So take the time to as a 10 milliseconds once. Okay. Apply. Go to on timer, right click, add on timer. Same timer is selected or not. Apply. Just cut the values and then paste it on timer. Cut it from start and then paste it on timer. So on start you just cut it, okay, and then paste it on timer. So now this code will execute and checking the data for each and every 10 milliseconds. Okay. You have to work with in on start as a timer variable start, which means new timer 1.start. Okay. In this on start, you just start the timers. In the timer, you just paste what are the functions we have entered in the start function. Okay.
Now, so you have deleted.
Yes, you deleted from on start. Deleted from the on start and just paste it on timers. So in this on start, we just trigger the timer only, which means new timer 1.start. Okay.
Here no need to write the app connect.
No, that is for checking purpose. Now we are working with manual now. Manually we connected the condition. We don't need. Once we confirm with the get function, means directly we go to set function also. Okay. Okay. So please view the compile source. Now you have to run the scripting backend. Okay. Now you run the scripting and just close the script. So parallel open the simulation, RB simulation, and then messages also.
So the run now only compare.
Compile and then run. Now we don't need to stop and start to anything because if the scripting is the backend is running, the script is running on backend. So now we change any values automatically, we will see it on the message windows. So for example, please check our RBase is connected or not. After database is connected or not, please turn on the node and then turn on the message and change the value as the 120 here. So 120 means automatically message is also receiving the same 120.
Yes.
So please check your coding now. You have updated the code on timer and then next on start just start the new timer on start. No. Because it is for just understanding now the function of this RBase set. So things get value back to something. Okay. So after that, start the scripting and then go to simulation of RBase and then messages. So now you have parallelly changed the values also, you will be able to receive it. You can change into different values also. Go to simulation, open panel. So add a panel, okay? Add panel. So already created the LEDs there, I just doing this. Go to toolbox. You have the read and write controls is there. In the first term, read and write controls is there now. Correct? Read and write. This toolbox first. Go to toolbox. You find the read and write is there. So on that, the last one you have this track bar. Read and write last one track bar. Double click this track bar will add. Okay, you just double click it again. Add the can signal off. Can signal left. So please add the vehicle speed. So please ensure that it is a transmitting message or not. You are checking with IC. So please drop up IC and open the TCU vehicle speed. So here it will show like the address of CAN DBC TCU from TCU message vehicle speed. Okay. Type the vehicle speed and filters. It is showing you both IC and then afterwards TCU. So don't select from IC. IC is not a transmitter. Yes. So that please drop up. You have the option of TCU. So in the TCU node, please select the vehicle speed. So after you will receive the address like here. CAN DBC of TCU TCU vehicle speed. Got it? And then click OK. So from these properties, you have to select maximum as 255. Please click this track bar once. You have received the properties of track bar. Just drop, scroll up, you have the maximum or is 100 default. So you have to change this as 255 because this vehicle speed we are able to transfer up to 255. So and then please give the enter. Don't forget to press the enter key. So now the value is set. Now we start the simulation. Start the main simulation. And then value okay. Okay. So now we are increasing the values means, for example, we are increasing the value by track bar, you receive the same one or visit windows also. Got it? Yes. So why I am explaining with this track bar and everything means our next requirement is a seatbelt logic. Okay. So the seatbelt logic we need to receive some values, which means get somewhere. For example, I have only one condition for seatbelt. Suppose if you are not wearing seatbelt, your vehicle speed is greater than 20 means we need to give the indication for the driver system. Okay. Give some beep sound and then LED indications. So first we need to get some values from vehicle speed. So what is the vehicle speed now? It is a 10 km per hour, 20 km or greater than 20 km. So that and just starts with that get signal value by address. So now you are able to see that get signal value by address by using the track bar also. So now you assume that you are generating a vehicle speed by the track bar. The same thing we are receiving by camera scripting also. But we are not using any hardware, we are not using any transmission window. Instead of that, we are using the rest of the simulation. Yes. So it is like a throttle position. Based on this value, the vehicle speed will be increased. Based on that, we are now going to work with it, get the distance values, get the seatbelt values, it is enabled or not, this will not. Okay. So it is one kind of values, value transmission, you are able to see by camera scripting. But this log is not necessary. For our understanding purpose, I am putting the log, we have directly write the code. Okay. So open the scripting. Stop the scripting. So now we understood that how to get the signal by RBS with the help of get signal value address. Please note this function. So you are all going to work with this kind of functions only. So this function mandatory thing is definitely we need to declare the variable as double only, not as an integer or any other data types, because the header file is encoded with only double. Okay. So instead you said this as if you are working with integer of d means it is not possible for accessing this function. So this function they are working with only double. Okay.
Input is.
Yeah. You just export the source file and then you have to save it. Okay. So last you have to export it. I will explain set function also. So I will only explain the difference between set and then get afterwards you have to export it. So but here the main thing is that the variable d we need to give us a double. So we need to give the proper address. If you are using any case sensitive also, which means the t you mentioned as a small means also we are not able to receive any output. Okay, it is a case sensitive. You have to copy from CAN RBS. Okay, so CAN RBS directly with the entire address.
Also node address.
Yes, node address. So afterwards you have to store the values on D. So that is the address of D. So next one is the set signal value address. Going to these functions again. Going to functions. So instead of rbase get type rbase underscore set. rbase underscore set underscore again underscore signal. You have to type means you will get the proper filter. Okay. rbase underscore set underscore signal. Okay. So here you just click this means click the first one, set signal value by address. Address means that examples you will get it. So here you don't need of any variables. You just copy this example now. Copy and paste it on this diagram. So this is the example for this, right? So this first two lines are code line, command line. We don't want this. Please delete that. And make this code also single line. Okay. Not okay. Please stop the script. I think you are in the go to one line. No, if you not start, if you start listening to me, okay. So please say that. Okay. So it is a set signal value address. Both are just different by S and then G. So the same concept, you have to give the address here, and we need to, instead of storing the values, we need to directly flash the value. Got it? So here I will explain a small example. Suppose the vehicle speed is increasing the values from 100 and it is the less than of value 150 means we need to turn on the LED of left indicator. We will create like this. This is a small example.
Sure that create a buzzer or continuous.
Sir? Yes, sir.
On the instrument cluster, there is a.
Yes, sir. Also, you mentioned as a overspeed LED.
Overspeed LED.
Yes. So first we will write the code now. So this one is for getting the values. So the first three lines we have mentioned as the getting the values. So afterwards we are based on the values we need to set in it. So it just take.
What is 12.3 means?
Sir?
12.3.
So that is the value we need to set it for the signal.
Okay.
So you just copy the same signal. We don't want the signal. You will take the left indicator. Okay. So first I will write the condition now. So if the value, the vehicle speed value is stored on D now. So you have to take the D variable. So the D variable is greater than or equal to 100 and the D value less than or equal to 200. So open and then close the brackets now. Okay, just give the empty space. So and then give the else part also. This is the else part is manual. So now here the D stands for vehicle speed. So it is getting the real time vehicle speed value and we stored in the D variable. Okay. So afterwards we need to set the LED, which means we can take as the left indicator LED now. Here it is going to act as a overspeed LED. So go to simulation. So after getting this, write this line. Go to simulation. Open CAD RB simulation. So here that LED is on BCM module. So go to search BCM node. Body control module. So open the body control module message and take the help of left indicator. Click left indicator, copy the database address. Left indicator database address. Okay. Once again I repeat it. Go to RBS, open body control module node and then please drop down message and then drop down the signals. Please select left indicator and then click right click, you will have the copy database address. So just now you close this and go to this set signal value address is there now. So in that you have to place the address. So remove the here address and then place that left indicator. So change the value as 1. Okay. After that, you just cut and then paste the line on if column. Control X and paste it on if. And parallelly paste it on else also. Okay. So else place you have to change the value of 0. Okay, sir? Yes. So the same signal you have to paste it on if and then else column. Suppose the value reached means you have to turn on the LED. Suppose the value not reached means you have to take as the value as 0. Okay. So parallelly, just now you compile and then close this, not start that. We will add the indicator on our panel. We need to add it on. So you just compile. If you found any error, please clear the error and then open the panel. Open panel. So already you have created on panel. Open that. So on track bar is there. Just start the simulation. Main simulation. It is getting the editable access. So please add in that one LED. You just go to toolbox. You have the LED option. Double click. So LED get added. So now double click this. Go to CAN signal. Go to CAN signal. No need of another panel. Okay. No need of another panel. Same panel you have to add it. So click it. And here you have to add the left indicator. Just search left in that column. Left is there, and it is going to receive by IC only. So you have taken from the instrumental cluster left indicator. Okay. So why I am not taking the transmitter ECU means we are not going to transmit it. We are just receiving the values from that condition. Okay. So left indicator. So after mapping this, you will get CAN EDC IC. So this IC is in the body control module, the left indicator. Okay. And then click OK. So now you just close this. Okay. Now everything is fine. You are going to turn on the scripting now. Okay. So after mapping this, turn on the script. Start the script. Just to close the scripting now. Now it is working on back end. You just close this. So parallelly I open that, which means I start the main simulation. Main simulation. Please check our RBS is connected or not. Okay. Okay. So after RBS is connected, parallelly open that. Yes. Okay. So now you just increasing the values from the here. For example, you have to give more than 100, but we are not receiving any values. Right? Now you are giving more than 100 values, but we are not getting output because in this RBS we are not turned on the BCM node. So this is also we need to write in our capital scripting. Okay, I will explain how to write that. Now you have to manually turn on this. Manually turn on the BCM node and then BCM message. Okay. So manual turn means automatically negative blinking. Now you reduce the values like less than 100 means it is turn off. Greater than 100 means it will be turn on. Got it? So initially we worked with only one signal. At that time we don't want the activation of node or anything we don't want. But based on the condition we are working with one more signal means we need to turn on that working signal node, working signal message, database, everything we need to activate it. Okay. Good. So please, if you are changing the RS less than that means it will turn off, greater than that means it will turn on. So based on that, now you are going to work with combination of signals. Now I am just mentioning only vehicle speed. Afterwards, you are going to work with if instead of if the seat belt is enabled or not. If enabled means we don't want to check any condition. So it is automatically working. Suppose the seat belt is not enabled means going to next inside if. What is the vehicle speed? So what is the distance it is applied? The ignition switch is on or not. So based on the condition we need to check on it. Okay. Okay. So I will do the new program. Now we start the script. So here now what we are facing the issue means turn on the mode and then turn on the message manually. So instead of that we are going to a big scripting. So turn on the node message RBS also. We checking RBS is connected or not, we don't know. Application is connected or not, we don't know. So instead of that everything we are going to work with that wake up condition. Go to on start. Already we write only one line code, which means new timer dot start, right? So give some spaces, go to first line. So our initial condition is turn on the simulation. So please type app.connect. Okay. So you just type app.con means you will get the code completion. Is the enter key to get the lines. Okay. So second issue RBS start or stop. So that taking that function of go to function that communication. Please type RBS underscore start. The function you just type RBS underscore start means you will get the function in the examples. It is also just one line. Copy and then paste it here. Or else you will easily get it by just type com dot can underscore RBS underscore start. We need to type manually. So instead of that you will get it by function. Okay. Go to function. If you are not using filter means in this communication you just scroll down means you will find it. So where it is RBS start. Just and right click show function help means we show in the API documents. And normal you click it means also you will get the function document. Okay. Okay. So second line we added that RBS start. So afterwards we need to activate network. So you just type RBS underscore active or else AC you type it means RBS underscore AC. Means you will get the filter of activate all network or activate network message by name or network by name like that is there now. So all network means nothing but now we are working with only one database. In industry they are working with 4 database, 5 database with only 2 is used, 3 is used, 5 is used only. On the time we are working with all activate all domains, all networks will be which means activated. So now we are working activate network by name. Okay. The third one. This means in this example you get the one line code, correct? You just copy paste this, copy and paste it on the third point. Okay? Got it, sir? So in this double code of network, one is called as a network name. So here we need to paste the network name. So the network name we have taken from the database. So the network name is the CAN DBC. CAN underscore. Okay, we have to upload the database now. Just click means we give the name CAN underscore DBC. So just select copy and paste it here. So the CH1 is nothing but channel 1. So now we upload the database on channel 1 only. Suppose you upload the database on channel 2 means you have to change as CH2. Okay. Here did you notice this? Here we have 2 true options. One true and then second true. Yes sir. But we want only one true, working with only network now. So I will explain what is that. please parallel open that function parameters. Okay. So these parameters they mentioned with the first one index channel. So channel number starting from 0. So we have to take as a 0 or CH1, both are same only here. So second one enable or disable, which means whether activate the specified network. So this true is for activate the network. If you are giving the false means deactivate the network. So next one we need to give the network name. Fourth one including children means nothing but all nodes. So whatever nodes it is carrying it will be activated, but we don't want to activate all the networks. So that please give this as a false. So why we said don't want to activate all nodes means we don't want to interact with all the messages. We just working for only transmission control unit, and then one more output is a body control unit. So these two are enough for us. Okay, so this is the activation of network. So next one, activation of node. So the same filter it is giving that activate node by names there, right? So you just copy and paste here. I did not. The same one, the network name you just copy paste here. The network one place. Instead of node 1, you have to type TCU, capital TCU. Okay, the node name is a TCU.
Signal.
So,
Next signal.
next no need of signal, because here we can put advanced option is both true for this line also, which means first is for turn on the node and then network. The last true. So this true is for activating the message, because the TCU having only one message, so we don't need to give the message name also. Suppose we need to give the special scripting for that means we are having one more option, activate message by name, second one. So you just give this and then copy paste means. It is asking for network node message. So here we have to type the TCU message. But now we are having one node as only one message. But we are working different kind of transmission message means we particularly mention what kind of message is there. Now it is moving. Got it? Yes.
We have the activate BCM also.
Yes, BCM. Sorry.
So we can do this.
Yes. Again, we just copy paste this.
No, TCU comma BCM like that.
No.
Again, we have to.
Yes, write a new line. You just copy and paste it again next line. So instead you type BCM, TCU, because one is for receiver now. We just copy paste this TCU line. So now the same network, the BCM will be activated, and the same SOS message is also activated. Okay. So now nearly 20 to 30% we automated the tool work, which means we just start the scripting means automatically backend simulation will turn on, RPS turn on, network not turn on. We just do a big panel. The panel will increase the values means we will get the output. We don't need to check with any RPS communication, anything, no need. Okay. So before that we just copy and paste it for stop also, on stop, and change it is always a true and then for instead of taken as a false. So go to on stop, create on stop, and then add on stop. You just paste all things. So instead of connect, you have to type disconnect. Just type dis means it will be enabled. Instead of always stop, you just erase on stop. So in these true places, you just give it the false.
Why do you do this? You don't stop.
False means which means now deactivating all the things in on stop.
So if you give false, then it will do that.
Yes. So deactivate you don't have the individual function. True means activated, false means deactivate. So wherever we are using the true is using the false.
False true.
Yes, false true. So instead of new timer start, you have to change as a stop. The last one. Now this is for only one signal transmitter based on that one signal output, which means TC is a transmitter, body control module is the output. So we are just using only 4 lines or 5 lines of code. We are working with different kind of values, getting from different kind of uses means we need to add it more, we need to check the timers or any other things. Okay. Okay, so please check all the values are in false or not. So now you have to compile the code. Now you don't worry about that it is on or off. You just run the script and go to panel. That is enough.
You made all the false, any false, all false, but in the start is
The start network only we are giving the false. So because it is don't want to activate all the node. You just activate the network, but please activate only 2 nodes, TC and then BC. So compile and then start the scripting now.
Directly we will need to stop channel itself to off means remaining thing will be on. So that's why we want to specifically off everything.
Yes. Now we just turn off the RBS means it will again turn on, it will be 0, but the nodes will be in activating mode. So why they means based on that the bus load will be getting decreased. Okay. Start. Now you start it now. Start the scripting. You directly go to panel. Now you reduce the values means it will be LED will be turn on. Now you increase the values means the LED will be turn on. So now you no need to check with any RBS or anything, no need because everything we activated, deactivated based on our condition requirements. Yes. Okay. Got it? So instead we are checking with log values now. So you just close this tab, we are adding some cages here means we will see the vehicle speed output also. So now you are automated now. So you just when you are working with this, please stop the scripting and then work. Or else it is an open source tool and it will get some bug also. So suddenly the tool will be freezing. You are not able to work it. So that we just stop the tool, which will stop the scripting and then what are the things we need to add. Some of the people directly turn off the simulation. So script is running as per our scripting condition. Whenever we stop the scripting, at the time we want to turn off it. But so now it is running. If we stop this means application is disconnected. Now it is disconnected. Some of the time we will face some bug issues. Directly it will be freeze the tool, we are not able to work it also. So back end the code is running now. So that. Okay. So here instead I am adding one cages. Go to cage. So make the cage size big. So double click same concept, can signal, add vehicle speed from IC. So these are racing. So vehicle speed.
cage.
Yes.